Hi guys and welcome back to Tom Talks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Don't know what I was doing with my hands there, but hey ho. And this is part 2 of my Primavera video. The first one talked about the festival as a whole. Today we're going to go more into the artists. Now I've already said, good variety of artists, enjoyable time, no bad performances really. There was no sort of like, God, this is bad. Because I've seen a few bad performances this year. No bad performances here. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So we will start with the In the City event at Razzmatazz on the Monday. Great night of rock music. First up, we had Heather. They were quite a chill band. I liked the lead singer. They were a very good performer. It was a mixture of like chill and there was a bit of energy there as well. They're just a great performer. And their band members did their thing as well. They're definitely someone you need to check out, in my opinion. They've not released too much material, I believe, but after seeing them, I was like, yeah, I need to check out more of their stuff. Then we went into Enum Claw. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll edit this if it's not. They're from Enum Claw, which is in Washington, I believe. And yeah, they brought some good energy to it, some good vibes. It wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen, but you know, I was enjoying myself. They jumped into the crowd and started a mosh pit and were doing flips. I did enjoy that, but no, it was good vibes, good energy. It was decent stuff. Then we went into Goat Girl, who I was excited to see because I like a fair bit of Goat Girl's last project. And Goat Girl were chill, man. They really were chill, and they had good playing, good singing, and like the songs I recognised I really enjoyed. The songs I didn't, I also enjoyed as well. They were what I expected them to be. Pretty good, enjoyable, passion, good performances. And our fourth act was Los Bichos. I hope YouTube doesn't demonetise me for that, but that's what the band is called, so... But no, they're an English group who play like a Colombian style of rock music. It's all instrumental stuff. To be more specific, the music they make is called cumbia. It's a Colombian style of music that has origins in Africa and South America and stuff like that, just so you know. I'd say theirs was the best performance of the night. They had energy, they had charisma, they were having a laugh on stage. They were just loving it. Like, everyone was loving the performance, but they just went in. And I've never listened to their music before, really, but it was so great to see a new band just give their all and just give you a performance that grabbed you. And like Heather, there's somebody I do want to check out. And they were great. They really were great. And everyone was just loving it. Love to see a band that not only plays well, but does something on the stage. And it doesn't have to be always flashy lights or big set pieces or scenery. If you're just going wild on the stage and enjoying yourself, that's good enough for me. And I and my friend Vic, who I went to this concert with, very much enjoyed their performance. And the final act was Black Midi, who I'd heard a lot about. Black Midi were pretty good. I was quite knackered at this point in the night because it was a 7 till 2 thing, and I was sort of just like, sort of drifted asleep. Black Midi were pretty good, I'm not going to lie. They're very loud. They're very energetic. Their lead singer has got a very interesting and unique vocal delivery to him, which I like. But no, Black Midi were cool, man. I can see the hype. I wasn't completely head over heels for it, I'll say. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. And a lot of their music, I think I need to maybe listen to a bit more to sort of fully grasp the Black Midi appeal. But I'm happy I went. I think it was something to experience. The mosh pits looked cool. Didn't actually get any mosh pits this year, which is a bit odd for me, but I was very knackered. I didn't want to lose people, etc. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm becoming boring. Who knows? But no, Black Midi were cool. So my overall thoughts on those performances from the night, I'd give Heather a 7.5 to an 8. I'd give Enum Claw about a 6. I'd give Goat Girl a 7.5. I'd give Los Bichos 8.5, and I'd give Black Midi a 7 overall. So they were all good performances overall, in my opinion. On to the opening day, we started with Jake Bugg, who did a lot of songs that I know, Lightning Bolt, the Happy Valley theme. There was some new stuff as well. He's a good performer. He's a good guitarist. He spoke to the crowd a bit. It was enjoyable. It was fun. It wasn't blowing me away or anything, but yeah, it was fine. I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. And then we had Pet Shop Boys, who were great. They performed all the hits. Suburbia, Domino Dancing, West End Girls, Being Boring, the list goes on. And they were great. Neil Tennant is a very good performer. He knows exactly what he's doing, what he wants. They're just great to see live. The crowd was loving it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Pet Shop Boys performance. It was really fun. Yeah, I'd give it an 8.5 personally. So those are the only 2 acts I saw on the opening day. We now get on to day 1. Also heard the Madrid performance day 1 was not happening, which is a real shame because you missed out on some very good acts who I'm going to talk about now. Black Country New Road. So we got the new material that's on their live album that came out recently. It was a cool, chill performance. I liked the tracks on that album, and I think they were performed pretty well here. The performance was like there was a bit where they were just sitting in a circle, like checking their phones. I think it was like a bit of a commentary on festivals. But no, it was chill. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm getting my head adjusted to the new direction from them because I really enjoyed those first 2 records. And obviously without the lead singer, it's very different. But BCNR, they were pretty good. I enjoyed the performance. I think just these ratings are going to be based on my enjoyment. So don't take it as a sign of this is good, this is bad, this is average. It's just what I got from it personally. So I'd probably give their performance a 6.5. We then went into Yard Act, post-punk band. I really enjoyed their first record, The Overload, and they were cool. I enjoyed their performance. I think the crowd was fun to be in. I think for a post-punk gig, maybe I was expecting a bit more rowdiness, but they are more on the chill side, Yard Act. And also, they're not just post-punk. They sort of dabble in other varieties of rock music. But no, they were cool. I enjoyed their set. It was fun. There was a lot of positive messaging as well about being you and being happy, being alive. There was also a bit of the UK is kind of a mess right now, which, yeah. I'd probably give them a 6.5 as well. Maybe a 7, sort of an hour in between the two. I'm not a huge Yard Act fan, but I enjoyed it, and I got what I wanted from it, relatively. Then we went into Pusha T. I've got to say Pusha T's performance, probably one of the weaker ones. I thought Pusha T was decent. He rapped his songs well. There was a bit of stage presence, but I don't know, it lacked something a bit. I think maybe not being in the crowd affected it a bit for me, because my mates were like, oh, we want to sit down. I was like, okay then. I think also he did a lot of my favourite songs of his early on, and maybe I need to listen to the new album a bit more. But yeah, Pusha T was alright. He was decent. I'll have to give it a 4.5. I didn't get a lot from it, and I ended up leaving early to go get to Pink Panthers early because I didn't feel the need to stay. Yeah, it's one of them ones really. Pusha T, great rapper. I just think maybe if I was more in the crowd and involved, maybe that would have changed my opinion, but I don't know. I just wasn't fully in there personally. Pink Panthers, I was in the crowd for, and Pink Panthers is a lot of fun, and her performance was a lot of fun as well. She did all the bangers, Pain, Just For Me, Boy's a Liar, I Need Apologise, all the stuff from the first mixtape to now. She was a lot of fun. She had great presence, great charisma. She interacted with the crowd well. There was a kind of humorous moment where she was like, "Oh, I didn't come here last year because I'm deaf in this year and maybe deaf in this year." And I was like, "Are you sure about that?" Pink Pantheress was a lot of fun. It's what I expected it to be, but it was a lot of fun. The crowd was fun. I just found it funny as well that she was like, "Why is there so many British people here?" The British was like, "Woo." Oh, that's funny. But no, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Then we went into New Order. New Order was really good. It was an older crowd, but the crowd was enjoying themselves. They were having fun. I don't know New Order as well as probably a lot of those people did, but I loved what they were doing. They were having fun. The lead singer was sort of just going like that to the crowd all the time, like, sing, sing. It was enjoyable. Seeing stuff like Blue Monday, Love Will Tear Us Apart were great. But no, the New Order were great. They really were fun to watch, fun experience, decent crowd. I give them a 7.5. Probably would have been better to see them in the prime, but seeing them at all, I think is something good. Loyal Carter next, and he was fantastic. He really was fantastic. He was brilliant. It reminded me of Little Sims last year, where a UK artist came onto the stage and was like, "Okay, there's going to be a crowd here. They've come to see me." But he was just gobsmacked at like how many people had just come to see him and was singing along and was loving it. Yeah, and that was nice to see, because I think Loyal is a very talented and fantastic artist. So I think he deserves that crowd, and he deserved that love. It was a moving, it was a passionate, it was a prolific, it was a fantastic experience to watch. And Loyal he did his thing. It was great to see. Like Hate, Blood on My Nikes. From the new album, we got like older stuff like Angel, Ain't Nothing Changed, Loose Ends. Yeah, it was a great performance. Really, really brilliant. And also as well, he brought out the kid who wrote that little poem speech that is at the end of Blood on My Nikes, and he read it out, and that was quite a powerful moment too. And just to let you know, that guy was Atiya Nakej who made that speech, because I do think his name needs to be shouted out, as it's a powerful speech. It's a great way to end the track, and yeah, I think it was great for Loyal to bring him out on stage there, so love that. Loyal is a fantastic performer. I was very looking forward to seeing him live, and he just delivered. He really delivered. And he gets the first 10 out of 10 of this festival, and probably the first 10 out of 10 of this year, performance-wise so far. He was great. It was really great. Then went into Blur. They were a lot of fun. The crowd were fun to be in. They were having fun. Damon was loving it. All the performers were doing their thing. Singing along to Part Life is a festival highlight. Girls and Boys, The Universal, the new song The Narcissist, Beetlebum. There's loads of great tracks. They apparently also performed a B-side from the early 90s, which people are like, oh my god. I do love Primavera when there's like the unique stuff like that, because I know that there's a Blur fan in there that's like, oh my god, they've never performed this. This is amazing. And that's what you want to see, and something I will be talking about with another artist later on. But Blur were a lot of fun. To sing along to the songs that I love and adore, like Part Life, Girls and Boys, and Song 2 of Course, they were great. They were absolutely brilliant. Blur, I'd give them an 8. I'd give them an 8. Just because to be able to see Part Life, Song 2 and Girls and Boys live is something I've just wanted to do for ages, and was one of the things I was looking forward to at the festival. And yeah, no, it was great. It was really great. And I've now seen Damon as Gorillaz and as Blur, so I'm just going to see him do solo stuff if he ever does. And then I've had the trifecta of Damon Albarn. And finally for day one, and we're going to end this video here, there will be a part 2, don't you worry. We're going to be talking about Hudson Mohawk, who closed that day, and Hudbo was great. He really was. Hudbo he did his own stuff, he did the Tonight stuff, it banged, it slapped. He did remixes of everything from Carly Rae Jepsen, Headie One, Katy Perry. He even did a remix of the Love Island theme tune, which absolutely slapped. And of course, he did Seabat. I'm a little bit disappointed because we were leaving, but we could hear Seabat. I would have loved to have been there when it played. If you don't know what Seabat is, do your Googles. You'll remember the meme eventually, I think. But no, Hudbo was great, honestly. One of my favourite performances of the festival. It was great to be in a rave environment, like skanking away, loving life, things mixing into one another. Hudbo was great. I'll give him a 9. Hudbo was great, but Hudson Mohawk was fantastic. And if you love his kind of music, if you love DJ sets, he is one of the people you need to see. So go do it if you haven't. But that is my thoughts on Primavera in the city at Razzmatazz, the opening day and day one. I will be doing a part 2 because this is quite a long video where I will be talking about days 2 and 3. So make sure you watch that when that comes out. It'll probably be either the day after or maybe another day after this video comes out. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video so far. If you haven't already, make sure you go watch my festival review. And until next time, folks, this has been another Tom Talks.